Hi guys, and welcome to the Agatebay cutting workshop in Dresden. Today with me I have three exceptionally beautiful crazy lace agates from Mexico. These are generally formed in a seam type of agate, so it is really rare to get any specimens for cutting that actually can display a full face picture. And I selected through 3 tons of material, so it was close to 6,000 pounds of agates that I selected through, and in the end I selected less than 5% of these rough stones that I chose for cutting. But the pieces I got, some of them are really beautiful, and I only went for the pieces that have like the most exciting pattern and that also a lot of them have the chance to cut a full face. Like here you can see it formed a cavity where I can actually place a cut to get a full face picture out of it. But also here you can see there's a lot of broken parts in this area, so I only have like a tiny cutting angle where I can actually go for a cut. And you can see this is only like matrix rock where there's not going to be any banding, so I will try to keep it close to the broken banding here on this size. So this will be a very precise cut with this piece. On this one I have kind of a full face pattern on this area, but also just a lot of broken banding on here. So I will go for the cutting angle where I will try to get the fullest picture without too much of the broken banding, which is probably going to be in an angle like this. But this one will definitely probably be a surprise for me, because there's just not enough indicators to tell me how the banding will be inside. Also, this one will be a big surprise piece because it shows bubbles from all sides. I will try to cut it for the biggest face, which will be a very risky cut, just because it does not have a lot of surface area where I can put it in the vise and clamp it in. But I will still try to go for it and hope for a nice picture out of this one as well. I had to keep the angle pretty shallow on this one because I could see that the agate is only concentrating here in this higher area, and like the bottom part is just the kind of matrix rock. So I placed the cut relatively shallow and got this beautiful fully banded crazy lace agate specimen out of it with gorgeous colors in it as well. So really beautiful piece with a full banded face. I wasn't really sure on what to expect on this one because it had just so much banding all the way around, and it also turned out to be a pretty wild banded specimen. It sort of has a few areas where there's like complete banding, like the white area here and also the red section here where it's almost complete. Great color saturation in this one as well with this beautiful deep red color. A little bit more wild than I expected, but I think it is a nice piece, so I'm also happy with this one. As you can see, it's a pretty dangerous cut on this thin piece because it only has like a tiny surface area on top on the bottom where I can cut it. But I wanted to get as close as possible to this ridge line and also not hit this broken part on top here, so I will probably just end up a millimeter on top of that area to avoid this part and get through the bubbles here as well. So I hope it is not going to ruin my saw blade, but it kind of feels strong sitting in here, so I'm confident and hope it will be a good cut. And let it be a surprise. I also haven't had a look at this piece yet, but what I can tell you is it is super thin. And I cut it pretty exactly where I wanted to, so And that's already a good sign. And now the reveal. Wow. Another very wild piece. Entirely agatized with some sort of pseudomorph sections here as well, as you can see with these kind of rectangular shaped pattern in here. This is probably based on calcite pseudomorphs, but really a stunning piece. And like I said, entirely agatized and surrounded by the agate. So another beautiful specimen for the Crazy Lace Agates. If you enjoy the content with agates we are producing, please consider leaving a like and a comment for this video on YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of our future content.